Hey everybody, it's Friday. Welcome back to the channel. Cultural Confederacy here, pipe and coffee in hand as always. Have my velvet with me today. But let's talk about what happened last night. Biden comes out, gives this address about gun control. Right on cue, after all these mass shootings, he's going to talk about gun control. I'm going to share some stats with you in this video from the Pew Research Center and tell you what's going on in my state when it comes to gun laws. So you get an idea, a good taste of what the laws are like in different states. But I'm using mine as an example. So Biden comes out and gives his speech. And we're doing this in one take again today. And he said this, quote, "Nothing has been done. This time that cannot be true. This time we must actually be doing something." That's right. Y'all got to be doing something in D.C. Doing nothing is doing something to these people in D.C. And get this, he was surrounded by candles as he spoke from the White House representing the victims of mass shootings. He called these crime scenes of these mass shootings battlefields or killing fields. I'll tell you, these people are so out of touch in D.C. Yeah, and I said it before, I'll say it again, and I stand behind this. States need to get back to their sovereignty and their independence and say to hell with D.C. Yeah, we're going to have D.C. regulate gun control. It should all be brought back to the state level. If you want to reduce crime, if you want to reduce all these issues in your community, bring it back to the state level, to the local level, get the federal government out of it. But according to the according to the Pew Research Center, this is the most recent data survey. This was from 2020. You have 45,222 who died from gun-related injuries, according to the CDC. So they got their information from the CDC, Pew Research Center. Now, this includes murder, suicide, law enforcement, and circumstances not determined. 54% were suicide. That's 24,292. 43% for murder was 19,384. And you had 533 deaths due to guns that were unintentional. So a gun accidentally went off. Maybe they were cleaning their gun or something. Misfired. Shot themselves in the foot, which Biden did last night. Now, 8 and 10, or 79%, averages out to 19,374 out of 24,576 involved a firearm. And 53% of all suicides were due to firearms. So these are some of the stats. And within that, this figure here, this 45,979 figure, 24,292, a number I mentioned a moment ago, involved a gun. Now, in Biden's speech, he said it was not about taking away anyone's guns. Claiming he wanted to ban all assault weapons. Wanted to ban all assault weapons. Would that include knives? Would that include somebody putting a roll of quarters in a sock? A pencil, a pen, some type of blunt instrument. Anything can be used as an assault weapon. This is how stupid these people in D.C. are. This banning of assault weapons includes all AK-47s and AR-15s, as well as magazines holding 30 rounds. And in typical political fashion, he blamed Republicans. And I'm not a Republican. I'm an independent voter. I would have probably voted for Ron Paul. Actually, in this last election cycle, what was it back in 2016? 2016, I was voting for Ben Carson. I thought Ben Carson would have made a good president. And Biden called for voters to oust Republicans in the midterms. Well, we'll see about that. We really need to get some fresh blood in this election cycle. I'm talking independents, people who have no political affiliation whatsoever. These two parties are a bunch of hacks. They don't know what they're doing. They're in it for themselves. And don't let them tell you any different. And he wants to raise the age if a person's able to buy a gun, or pardon me, a rifle, to 21. And change or increase red flag laws, requirements for locked gun storage. And this is what he said. This is so funny. More gun control protects Americans' freedoms. Let me repeat that. More gun control protects Americans' freedoms. Well, if you're controlling their guns, they have no freedom to protect themselves. I love our state constitution, by the way, where I live, because I like. Let me read to you what it's. I have it in my last bit of notes here. It's in Article 6 of our state constitution. I think it's Section 24 or something, or whatever, however they have it listed. The right of the citizens to bear arms in defense of themselves and the state shall not be denied. Ooh, I like that. Shall not be denied. Now, the number one cause of death in my state isn't from guns or any type of assault weapon, somebody being killed by a blunt instrument, being hit by a car, died in a car accident. No, the number one cause of death, as is in the nation right now, is heart disease. With 1,729 cases. Death by, this is interesting. I found this interesting. Death by drug overdose in the state, 10.5 per 100,000. And injury due to firearm, which would include death by firearm or gun, 13.1 per 100,000. But still, heart disease reigns supreme as the number one cause of death in the state. Now, according to our state laws here, there were 71,000 permits issued. That's 7.9%. And we have a state population of 903,000. And your permit is valid for 5 years in the state. Now, we have 2 attorneys in the USCCA network and 3 USCCA certified instructors. We are a shall issue permitless carry state. We are an open carry state. So you have to have your weapon. You don't have a permit for it. You have to have it on. If you have it in your vehicle, you have to have it displayed in public at all times, or out on your front seat. And you can buy guns in our state from private individuals without some type of background check, or actually it would be a handgun. Rifles, I think that's different in the state here. But because where I work, we do have a gun show every year. It's in February. So there are requirements. In fact, they have their own security for the gun show. We're told at the front desk, we can't go down to the convention center because they have their own security. So this idea that somehow guns are just loosely running around on the streets is BS. That's not the case. Can guns get in the wrong hands? Sure. But there are a lot of checks and balances in place that prevent that. And as you can tell from the numbers I'm sharing with you here, these incidents involving guns are actually very rare. The reason why it seems like it's an epidemic is because the media likes to blow it up. They want eyeballs watching the screen. That's how they make their money. Now, we also issue, in this state here, also issue what they call concealed, try to read my own writing, concealed pistol permits. As I mentioned, open carry state. We have the Castle Doctrine, stand your ground, and the gold card permit, which must pass the National Instant Criminal Background Check System, NICS. But I can go on and on. I don't want to bore you with stats here. But I wanted to share this with you because you have these quote-unquote mass shootings, and we still don't know what happened in Uvalde, Texas. And they're changing their tune every 5 minutes. But check out the gun laws in your state. Because I can guarantee you it's not going to add up to what Biden told you last night during this speech. Let me go back to that statement. He said, because this is a real scream. Where is it in my notes here? Oh, where he was saying, let me paraphrase here. We're saying that more gun control protects Americans' freedoms. This coming from a guy who has got the greatest security team on the planet right now. He's got CIA agents, he's got security, you name it. And they all have guns. But you can't own a gun to protect yourself, right? And it's one of our fundamental rights, part of American culture, because we believe in preserving property and in the preservation of life in this country. And if you're going to knock down one of our rights, might as well just knock down all of them because it's all connected. Free speech, owning a gun, you name it. I know this isn't my most exciting video today, and I know the graphic might be a little blurry. I'm sorry if this isn't the most perfect graphic today. But I want to come here and talk about what happened last night with this speech. You can go check the article out at Breitbart. I didn't want to read you the article. I'm trying to stay away from this habit of reading too many articles. I don't want to be lazy in my videos. I want to actually do some research and have some fun. And so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. You can also find me at Instagram, #JasonComposes, or Culture Confederacy on Twitter. This is the Culture Confederacy saying peace out. Stay safe, everybody. God bless this great country. I'll catch you next time. Y'all have a great weekend. And stay safe definitely out there, away from guns. According to Biden, you got to stay away from guns. I'll catch you next time.